Howdy, you guys. Welcome back to the channel. We're gonna talk about Rich's grandfather. We're gonna talk about that. So, Rich is talking about his grandfather dying in a Morningstar Paisley explosion, which he did. But we're getting ready to prove that him saying he was a firefighter, all lies. These are all made up, and I'm gonna prove it once and for all, no shadow of a doubt. He could have been a volunteer fireman, but he didn't die there being a volunteer fireman. He was doing his job working at Morningstar Paisley when the chemical explosion happened, and, you know, sadly and tragically he lost his life. Now that's bad enough. You didn't have to lie. You didn't have to lie, Rich, and say that he died there being a firefighter, saving lives. That's just immoral, wrong, all that shit. So, me and Jeff were talking this morning, and I did some sleuthing because I noticed it said senior, Rich. And I know you're a junior because your dad would have had the same. So, what junior and senior, for those that are stupid and don't understand how it works, is junior means that you're the son of senior. You both have the same name. One's the first and one's the second. So, Rich is a junior. He's Richard Fuller Jr. Senior would be Richard Fuller Sr. But this guy, Ernest W. Fuller Sr., which meant there would have had to been a child named that same name just under him. Otherwise, it would just be like my name or your name, just your name. There's no prefix on the back of it. So I did some sleuthing, and at first I didn't read the obituary, Rich's father's obituary, thoroughly. So I went back because I was going to come on here and call him out for it. But no, this was relation to Rich. But I'm getting ready to prove here in a minute when everybody jumps in that he wasn't a firefighter. No firefighters perished in the Morningstar Paisley explosion. So, ready? Read that, Rich. I'll let you read it. Here, I'll even read it so it'll sink in for you. I'll just read the beginning because that's all that matters. Reports suggest that firefighters were not among the fatalities in the Morningstar Paisley chemical plant fire and explosion that occurred in Hawthorne, New Jersey, February 17th, 1967. Firefighters were not among the fatalities. There you go. Your grandfather didn't die there being a firefighter. Your grandfather died there doing his fucking day-to-day job. Working. You lying sack of shit. And again, the video I'm going to play in a minute when we talk about your grandfather, it all plays in to you wanting sympathy. And your video prior to this video here, you don't even mention that you were once a firefighter. You were never a fucking firefighter, Rich. You did that, so look at me, I'm a good dude. I can't be this bad dude that they all say I am. I was a firefighter. No, you weren't. And in this video, you know what you do? It's the same type of shit. Look at me, gimme, gimme, gimme. You ready? Give me respect because I was a firefighter. I'm not this bad dude. In this video I'm gonna play, you ask for donations after you mention your grandfather died in this explosion because you're gonna make the car in memory of him. It's a string that you're trying to pull to gain sympathy or respect. Right there in black and white, Rich. Explain that shit away. Firefighters were not among the fatalities in the Morningstar Paisley chemical plant fire and explosion that occurred in Hawthorne, New Jersey on February 17th, 1967. Resulted in the death of 11 people. Among those 11 people were not firefighters. So, the true story here, Rich, is because you're going to say he was a volunteer. I guarantee this will say so. He's a volunteer. He would still have been a firefighter. It would still say he perished. But no, he didn't perish like that. He perished doing his job, which is He went to work that day at his chemical job and didn't make it home. And instead of you running with that, you decided to make up a lie that fit your narrative twice now. It's pathetic. It's and this is all according to whatever the fuck records. So it's legit. You can't say it's not rich. That is like me saying, "Give me donations because my dad's dad died at work doing his job." Oh, but I forgot to tell you, there was a dude that hanged up in the Kipolo, and my dad's dad was a firefighter that went into work to rescue this man, and da da da. That's true. No, that would be true. That would all be a lie. My dad's dad did die at Gartland Foundry, hanging upside down the Kipolo when my dad was like 4. I never met the man. Looking back, I wish I would have met the man because he was in Korea, and I love hearing stories about the military. I love it. I love hearing old people talk in general. Unlike Rich, I don't shut old people up and say, "Shh, I don't want to hear that." Like or not, most old people, not you, Rich, but most old people have knowledge. They've lived a life. But I just love it, dude. You had to make your grandfather, and I shouldn't say maybe he was a volunteer, but he didn't die there being a volunteer fireman. Maybe by he was a volunteer fireman. Let's give him that. But he didn't die at this plant being a volunteer fireman. Otherwise, it would have said one volunteer fireman, whatever the fuck Fuller. Oh, hey, Rich, Bubba. Well, you're in here. I want you to know something. I'm trying to think about how do I do this without showing. Fuck it, I'm just gonna show it anyways. Hey, Rich, Bubba, let's make sure I get this. Is this one of your sisters right here? Is this the one that's got a daughter? So you know, I'm gonna text her next week. Shit, I gotta do tonight, but next week I want to send her a message on Facebook. So I'm gonna play this, and we're gonna discuss this. And you guys can plainly hear where he wants money, donations for this bullshit.
Hello, everybody. It's Rich220. And just to let everybody know that the 57 Chevy that I'm restoring is in dedication to my late grandfather who passed away February 16th, 19...
Guys, Twisted actually had a drag strip. I wish he had better fucking video quality. It's like all glitchy, but hell yeah, Twisted. Actually, I wonder if he's racing. Like I said, I'll say it before I have no animosity towards Twisted. He came to my live. We kept it respectable. He didn't answer my question, but hey, no animosity towards him. Wish him the best. Hopefully his channel actually
67.
prospers. Like this fucking loser.
Apparently he was a volunteer fireman.
Wrong. Hang on, let's finish
and
that.
though they don't have his name correct in the sign-in book, they do have his name correct on the headstone.
You ready? You ready?
The 57 is going to be...
Hey, Rich, read that again? Firefighters were not among the fatalities in the Morningstar Paisley chemical plant fire and explosion that occurred in Hawthorne, New Jersey on February 17th, 1967. Ooh. He died there. He died there doing his fucking job trying to support his family. His grandfather, you guys, and I'm going to talk about it. His grandfather was only 40 years old. Only 40 fucking years old. It is truly sad that he went to work that day to make some money for his family, support his family, doing the things that Rich should have been taught to do. Doing those things. And never made it back home to his family. which I think Rich's dad would have been grown by now because Rich was born in 1969. Keep that in mind. Here in a minute, Rich gonna talk about photos that him and his dad have with his grandfather, and him in a photo he has with his youngest brother, Daniel. And keep in mind, Rich was born in '69. Youngest brother was born after that. I can't find the exact year his brother was born, but I know from Rich's own words it was after that. He's Rich's younger brother. So my question is, unless it's a fucking ghost y'all took a picture with, he passed away in '67, but yet you have pictures later on in life with him. Are you holding a fucking urn? Like, like it's just it amazes me. Yeah, Rich, that is what's sad. Is it would have been sad if he was a fireman later. I'm not taking that away from that either. But think about it. You're an ordinary man. You're not a firefighter. You're not a police officer. You're not putting your life on the line. You're going to work at your job to make some money to support your family, to feed your family. You walk out the door, you close it, you kiss your wife goodbye, you hug your child, and not knowing that that was going to be the last day you're breathing air here on Earth. Like, I personally know that shit fucks with you because of my dad. Like, like there's my dad won't make his promises to this day because his dad made a promise to him to take him fishing when he got home, and he never made it home. So
Dedication to him. I'm going to have his name grinded or etched into probably the trunk of the car, and it's going to have
grinded and etched into the metal. Why not just have a pinstripe?
my father's name on the other side and my name. If anybody wants to donate
See,
to help me finish this car,
that's all this was about. That's all this was the fuck about. And it's fucking pathetic. It's truly fucking pathetic, Rich, that you have to make up a lie about your grandfather being a fucking firefighter, dying in a line of duty to try to get donations. I'm so glad that nobody donated to you for this because this would have pissed them off more than it already does. You literally had to lie about your grandfather, not him doing his job and passing away doing his job. You had to take it a step further than he just worked there and say he was a volunteer fireman that heard the explosion and rushed there and he didn't make it home that night.
there are a few things I need. I need a runner board. I need
A rocker panel. 57 Chevys don't have running boards. They have rocker panels. You have an inner and an outer rocker. It's not a running board. It's a rocker panel. Running boards are the things on 40s cars and earlier cars that you step on to get in.
license plate light, and I need the glass panes for the doors, just the regular flat glass panes,
Hey,
not
Rich,
the vent window.
you want to talk about charges and stuff, right? You understand that if you make up a lie like this and I just plainly proved wrong, you make up a lie like this and you accept anything from this, from benefiting from this lie, you could be charged, right? You do understand if you took glass, if you took a new rocker panel, if you would have took fucking a light, even a license plate light, that's fraud. You are frauding people right now. Or trying to.
Not the quarter glasses, not the rear windshield or the front windshield. I just need the regular.
And again, you can delete this. Me and Jeff both have this video saved. I want you to take me to court, which I will pay for it. Because the judge is going to eat you the fuck alive when I play this shit for her. Let's tap the pedal shit. This right here shows your character and how not good of a guy you are.
Panes. I can't seem
You
to
guys
find.
ready? You ready? Show it again. Ready? Read this right here, Rich. Firefighters were not among the fatalities in the Morningstar Paisley plant fire, an explosion that occurred in Hawthorne, New Jersey on February 17, 1967. Firefighters were not among the fatalities. Say it again. Firefighters were not among the fatalities, Rich. Do you know what this big word that means? Death. Deaths. Fatalities. means life's lost. Among means the people that were there. Not means no, stop. And firefighter means the guys that put on them yellow suits and run the fires that are courageous and save lives. There, I broke that down for you. Now come with a new fucking scam.
Find them anywhere. But the car is going to be in dedication to him.
And that's the thing, Mach 1. It's pathetic. Like, your grandfather died just doing his job. Just going to work, trying to put in his normal 8-hour shift at a chemical plant. And he died among doing his job. Why the fuck do you gotta make up a lie how he was a fucking firefighter and a first responder and died in the line of duty? Oh, wait, because you were wanting fucking donations. Because your grandfather was a firefighter that died in the line of duty, so I'm gonna make this car a memorial for him, donate to me.
He responded to an explosion at Morningstar Paisley, which was a chemical company in Hawthorne.
Yeah. Oh, ready? Ready? Let's do it again. Let's prove it again. Firefighters were not among the fatalities in the Morningstar Paisley chemical plant fire and explosion that occurred. Ready? Hawthorne, New Jersey on February 17, 1967. Firefighters were not among the fatalities, which means deaths, which means your grandfather died there, yes, but he died doing his fucking job, not being a firefighter.
On February 16th, 1967.
17th. 17th, you stupid old fucker. 17th.
And apparently he died in that fire, trying to save other people's lives.
Let's rewind that so I can show the proof again. So I can show what kind of fucking amoeba you are.
Trying to save other people's lives. He died in that fire, trying to save other people's lives.
Now, I'm going to say this, Rich. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. He may not have been a firefighter, but I will say this. Maybe he was just a good guy and had good character, something you don't have, and was trying to rush his workers to safety, his co-workers to safety. But I have a feeling you're saying he was, well, because you are saying this, he was a firefighter. He died trying to save lives. Again, this is a quick Google search you can find. Rich, I know you like Googling shit. Here it is. Just Google 1967 Morningstar Paisley, New Jersey. Did any firefighters die? Firefighters were not among the fatalities in the Morningstar Paisley plant fire and explosion that occurred Hawthorne, New Jersey on February 17th, 1969.
I don't have pictures. I don't know how to post pictures on YouTube. So if you go to my Facebook page, Richard Furler, that's my name. Okay. Look on there. You'll see a post for my grandfather. You'll see all the information about Morningstar Paisley, the explosion. It'll even show my
Like you guys, you guys want to hear something? This is the equivalent of what she's doing. My grandfather, my uncle, his name was Jock. They called him Jock, but his name was Carl Green. Was a police officer. I can't remember exactly. I know he was head of drug task force for a little while. He did a bunch of shit. I feel like me coming on here saying that he died fucking trying to stop a mugger. When the truth is, he just passed away from old age. Well, old age and drinking, but his boy kind of blew his brains out on New Year's Eve, and it kind of just destroyed my uncle. I would wish he was still around, Rich, because it would make getting Darling Ewenberry so much easier.
grandfather's name, which is
so
Ernest William Furler Sr. He was a volunteer fireman that lost his life, and I didn't even know this. I actually researched it myself.
You apparently, big dog, didn't do your good due diligence, because look, I even highlighted it for you, Rich. Can you read those three, or those, let's see, 4 words? Can you read those? 5 words? You read all that? Firefighters were not among the fatalities. You lying sack of shit.
Because there was very little communication done as far as knowing what happened to our grandfather. We were never really told the true story. And I happen to just
See, the true story. His dad told him that he died doing his job, which is exactly what the fuck he did. Rich has went on here and tried to draw two conclusions because it mentions firefighters and an explosion, and his grandfather was a firefighter. His dad told him what was up. Rich, here, listen to it again.
the true story.
The true story. You want to talk about being delusional? Who reads that there were firefighters out of fucking fire miraculously? Who would have thought that was a fucking something? But anyways, Rich hears firefighters, knows Grandpa was there, explosion. We're gonna take Grandpa, make him a firefighter. He was at the explosion trying to save lives. Not what Dad and Mom have constantly told him for fucking 40 plus years. Just A and B. Not to mention that you said you did your research when you didn't do jack shit because right here it plainly states firefighters were not among the fatalities. Not among the fatalities. Deaths. You lying sack of shit.
And I happen to just find out about it. So yeah, if you go on my Facebook profile, you'll see the explosion, what happened, the anniversary of it 50 years later and all this other jazz. It's there. But what I want to do is, like I said, I want to have his name literally grinded into the metal of this car and then painted over the top of it so that way when the paint fades.
Look, dude, this pisses me off, dude. It really is pissing me off. I'm taking it light, but it's pissing me off. I'm building that 63 Valiant out there for my grandfather. I've never once got to say, I'm building this car for my grandfather. Please donate to me. Who the fuck begs for money? These fucking e-beggars, dude.
And this car is in the graveyard somewhere many years from now, hopefully, because, I have sisters that have kids and stuff like that. Maybe they'll appreciate it.
I doubt after I message your sister and let her know what shit you said that she wants much to do with you. And I bet she get. Well, I know she keeps her daughter from you.
Or something like that. We'll see what happens. But somewhere down the line, if this car is sitting in a junkyard or something like that and the paint's faded, you're still going to see the name etched in the metal of the car, especially his, and it's going to have the date that he passed away, and that's the same day of the explosion.
You're going to say Ernest the firefighter because he didn't die in a chemical explosion as a firefighter, Bubba. Proved you wrong again.
On the other side, I'm thinking the trunk lid. I think that's where the best place to do it is.
Who the fuck would etch metal? Like, why not just have the quarter glass etched? It'd be there permanently. It would be there literally forever. It wouldn't rot away. Unless somehow it got shattered out, the glass would be etched with his name on it. As a matter of fact, Busted, Radio Garage on here, his car Homer, if I'm not mistaken, had Homer Simpson etched into the quarter glass.
The other side of the trunk lid is going to have my name and my father's name. On Facebook, there's also a picture of him.
My question to you guys is, this is a serious question. Rich, you want to pretend in this video like you guys are close family. When has your sister invited you over for Thanksgiving dinner, Christmas dinner, 4th of July? When has your brother did that? When has any of your family want anything to do with you, Rich? Even on your Facebook, dog, there's the only time I've ever seen a photo that you've posted with a family was your cousins, and that was back in 2015, 2016, and nothing since. So, family usually don't want much to do with, and I can speak personally on this because my dad's sister, for instance, if y'all are fucking trash and like horrible fuck people, I don't want nothing to do with you. I'll cut you the fuck out. I have no problem walking away from family. Family just makes you fucking related. That's it. In my opinion, loyalty makes you my family. You know, that type of behavior. Usually, family don't cut family off just for no fucking reason. Just because they're 3 states away. Because my sister lived in Arizona until like 3 months ago, and I always still kept in contact with her. We always still talk. She always still called my dad. We would go down there. Like family don't cut family off, and Mach 1 can even speak for this, unless the family member is just a bad person.
Grandfather, my father, me, my brother, the explosion that
Again, so you got photos, what is it, of the urn at the gravesite? Because Grandpa died working his job at the Morningstar Paisley Chemical Plant in 1967. Rich wasn't born till 69, 2 years after he passed away. Brother was born after that, so maybe he was in the cemetery with a headstone. That's very well possible. I usually don't consider that where my loved ones are because my loved ones are in my heart or in my memories. But hey, if you consider a plot of ground with their body in it, them being there, then go have it your way.
my grandfather was a first responder to, and the house that he lived in, which
So it was the
ironic.
person you're sending in. Again, I'm gonna reiterate: firefighters were not among the fatalities in the Morningstar Paisley chemical plant fire and explosion that occurred in Hawthorne, New Jersey, February 17th, 1967. Stop lying, Rich. It's bad enough he went to fucking work and didn't come home. You don't need to make up this fake ass fucking story about how he was a firefighter.
Ironically, as far as Google Maps is concerned, it still looks the same as when I was a kid. Same exact color.
Nope, he's not talking about the gravesite. Lies. So, for those of you who don't know, I'll give you guys Rich's exact birthday shit. I think that's what his YouTube channel thing is. The numbers. Could be wrong. Let's see here. Yeah. Rich was born 4/12 of 69. The 4th month, the 12th date of 1969. Your grandfather perished doing his job in the Morningstar Paisley plant in 1967. You were born 2 years later. How do you
Nothing
have these
has
pictures
changed at
with him
all.
and all this other bullshit? Because it's lies.
Please like and subscribe. Hit the bell for post
Because
notifications.
I'm not gonna say that for sure you were never at his house because you would have had a grandma, and I'm sure your grandma would have kept house until she passed away. So, with that being said, but you don't have any photos with this man because it would be physically fucking impossible unless your dad was Dr. Frankenstein bringing back your grandfather. Let's make that crystal fucking clear.
And leave a comment down below. And don't be afraid to take a look at my Facebook profile. And if you know of anybody that has these things for the car so I can complete it faster, please let me know. All right?
It's right here, Rich. Got it completed yet?
Any donation will help, you know? All right.
Look, if you can't afford to build a car and you can't afford this fucking hobby, then get the fuck out of it. It's that simple. Quit making up lies about your grandfather fucking dying as a firefighter in the Morningstar Paisley chemical fucking fire when he died there just doing his job, his day-to-day job. He was no fucking firefighter. Quit making up lies for sympathy so you could hope to get a donation of fucking $20.
Thank you in advance. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for post notifications. Leave a comment down below, and I'll talk to y'all.
It's absolutely fucking sick, dude. He does this stupid shit. Like, who lies about this shit, dude? Like, what kind of person would make up the fact that their grandfather, who just died doing his job, was somehow some fucking firefighter, somehow just making up fucking stories, stupid fucking lies to try to get donation? Like, how the fuck do you sleep at night, dude? But you're a fucking pedophile, so we know that you don't have a conscience. No morals, no values, no raising. I mean, look how you live. Hacking up online, whining about making up fake health illnesses and bullshit. Rich karma. You want to talk about karma, dude? You got a lot of karma coming your way, Bubba. And I would like to think that that's what we do. We dish out here. It's karma. Hey, Rich, is school started up yet, Bubba?
Hello, everybody. It's
Oh, before we watch this and somebody goes, well, he's talking about you. This was 2 years ago. This way before my time. I didn't know who the fuck Rich was until a year ago.
Rich of Rich220 Automotive Restorations. For all the people that have supported me throughout the time, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. This is not pointed at you at all, okay? I will name names here because
Hey, Rich, that's pointing at you, Bubba.
they have done nothing but torment me, harass me,
Oh, Jesus.
and leave nasty comments and said things in their lives in order to try and make me look bad.
What a little
This
bitch.
57 Chevy runs. The video I just posted proves it, okay? It don't run perfect because it's still got a couple of bugs I got to work out. And that's the timing has to be advanced a little bit more, okay? The carburetor mixture screws and the throttle have to be
3-minute job.
set, okay? The exhaust manifolds have to be reconnected completely to the exhaust itself.
Maybe an hour job.
Okay, and that's pretty much about it. I mean, other than the generator, I have to hook up the wire to that. I have to run the wire from the dash going to the heater fan.
2-minute
and
job.
That's it. Now, the rest of this is pointed.
So we have what Rich in this video 2 years ago said is different than what he's saying today. But the shit that Rich just labeled off is like a half a day's worth of work.
To John Wilburn.
My brother from another mother. Everybody go check out John Wilburn. Great channel.
Who has done nothing but harass me throughout the time. Unfinished projects.
Go check that channel out. I haven't really spoke to that person, but I'm sure they're great people.
Who everybody is calling a perfect person. To me, he's a weirdo. Okay?
He's a weirdo, but Richard Furler, full of shit, says 14-year-old Shabo F is a racist, says all this pedophile behavior, says that parents back in the 70s and 80s used to flake their kids off, dress them up if they didn't like them, take them to meet older men. You've seen and done things. I could go on, but he's the weirdo, but no, Rich, you're the weirdo.
And Auto Salvage Outlaw? I don't know what your problem is. I think you just got caught in the mix with the other two. But
talk about a keyboard fucking warrior here. Like, everybody go check out AFC. It's great stuff too. I don't think he does a lot of stuff, but he's got a good channel.
Here's the case, okay? The first time, the day I got this car, the kid told me it didn't run.
Yeah.
And this is for John Wilburn.
And Rich got it. He started fucking with the timing and broke 2 pistons.
Auto Salvage Outlaw and Unfinished Project, okay? The The kid told me the car didn't run. It looked like crap. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. It was a project car. Okay, but here's the thing.
Yeah, it only looked like crap then.
The next day I came out here, got all the fluids.
Rich, I'm gonna tell you something, Bubba, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, my cold, dead, lifeless heart, buddy. That's a good 30-footer car. It looks good from 30 feet away. You get up on it, it looks like you fucking powder coated that bitch. The paint is so thick and so nasty. So many runs. So many fucking. Dude, it's got more orange peel than anything I've ever fucking seen. Bro, most people would rather have a car like Barry's or a car like mine that's not painted. That looks like shit, because at least we know what it is. You put lipstick on a pig and it's still a pig. It's like you. We could put lipstick on you and you would still go oink oink.
For it, that it needed oil, trans fluid, antifreeze, whatever the case may be. I got it, okay? Put it in the car, started it up. Drove it back and forth in my driveway.
Cassidy Transit and School Corporation.
The problem was, and as you can see right here, I'm going to bring this over here so you can see it close up and personal. You see that in...
Hey, y'all see this blue car over here to my left? That right there just needs a training line, but it's just too fat, stupid to fucking put a rubber line in there so you can actually drive the car. Oops.
Inspection sticker. That's 1976.
Where? Where's this?
Okay.
Like, you literally just shoved the fucking fender, dog.
That is a legit inspection sticker. That's the last time.
Oh, a parody of this is coming later.
This car was inspected. Okay. Now, you guys are making fun of me because of the engine. Well, I had to do paint. Okay. I had to do body work, metal fabrication.
Yeah, because pop riveting and galvanized sheet metal and putting Bondo and rust pitting is doing body work.
I made 4 door panels from scratch. All I
Yeah, because, it's like a Model T, you can't find door panels for it anymore.
did was cut the fabric patterns out to the original specs that they were.
To the original specs, he got out his fucking micrometer, his fucking tape measure. Well, that is true because we know how he measures bore, the fucking diameter of a bore. He uses a fucking tape measure.
Back in 57. That's why the door panels look the same as they did back then. Okay? And
Just a lot more wrinkles than they did in 1957.
stitch them together with a thread and needle. Yeah, I have a sewing machine in there. But it's been so long since I've spooled one of them darn
You're just too fucking stupid to figure it out.
things. I can't remember how to do it. So I took my time and did the door panels the hard way. Okay? There's a new headliner in here that's made out of vinyl.
Yeah, don't brag about that headliner, dog. Just so you know, your headliner material is not supposed to touch your head when you're sitting in the car.
Okay? That I made. Okay? The armrests, I redid those. Okay? Every piece that I took off of this car was accounted for. So in other words,
we bagged and tagged it, put it in fucking 50,000 different drawers. We fucking, dude, this car was a frame off restoration. We fucking frame off the 1957 Chevy 4-door that's worth a maximum of fucking 15 grand, and that's giving it some. Dude, we've made this car a driver. This car is a $25,000 car with my special rich220 fucking $100 paint job. That looks like fucking undercoating with fucking powder coating chunks mixed into it. Looks like I fucking undercoated it and then went over it with powder coating.
none of the parts are lost. They're on the car.
Oh.
And there are no extra pieces. There's nothing missing, okay? And I got no help from
Besides your fucking brain.
Nobody physically to do this. I did this myself. Yeah,
Everybody in the chat right now, Hear that, Rich? It's the world's smallest violin. It's playing for you.
I bought an engine hoist, but I never used it. Okay? I took every single part of
Dude, you literally are too fucking stupid and clueless to play engine.
this car apart.
No matter what people that actually work on, these are Rich's words. These are Rich's exact words. No matter if the person that's all they do is work on small block Chevys tells you what to do, you won't do it.
Okay? By myself. I bought a clean sink, I bought a sandblast cabinet, and I have a whole slew of tools. Okay? There are some things I don't have.
Oh, exactly, Busted. Fucking exactly, man. Check this out. So, I don't know how long you've been here for or not, but check this out. It's right here. It's a quick Google search, man. It plainly states right there, his grandfather died being a firefighter at Morningstar Paisley. It's bad enough he died doing his job, his day-to-day work. He didn't die as a firefighter because it says right there. Firefighters were not among the fatalities in the Morningstar Paisley chemical plant fire and explosion that occurred in Hawthorne, New Jersey on whatever the fuck, February 17, 1967. He literally made all that up to try to get money out of people because he wants to make his grandfather sound like he was this badass fireman. Instead of just saying the truth, and that's bad enough.
I don't have the battery operated, this, that, and the other thing, whatever, okay? My point being is that you guys.
Rich, what does this having this battery operated bullshit have to do with anything? Most mechanics use hand tools to this day. Like I still use a ratchet to this day. I have electric ratchet. Most of the time I'm using a regular ratchet. What are you talking about? There are people that work on cars that literally only have maybe a bag of sockets, a bag of wrenches, and maybe a generic Harbor Freight socket set.
You guys are too busy spreading hate. You three guys that I mentioned, okay? And I've even went into John
Oh, Rich, it's a whole lot more than 3 people now, Bubba.
Wilburn's live and caught him talking shit about me. And I confronted him about it.
Oh, hell yeah, Busted.
You don't do that to people. That's the kind of thing that ruins people from rebuilding cars like this. Save your jet.
Listen, here's the truth, Rich. Here's the fucking God's honest truth. You take this to the bank. You are a thin-skinned little bitch. You shouldn't be on YouTube. You're gonna get, as you want to put it, haters. You're gonna get people that don't like what you're doing, that think they have a better way of doing it. You listen to them. You don't be a thin-skinned little fucking bitch. If you like working on cars, work on cars. If you don't, then don't. Well, I got so many haters, I don't want to work on cars no more.
Jackass routine for somebody else.
Fuck
okay?
you, Rich.
Because this man ain't putting up with it. I don't need to prove.
You will put out whatever we dish out and like it. I'm telling you right now.
Prove anything to any of you three. Okay? You don't.
Hey, Rich, I think the middle finger routine menu could have made it look less obvious, but
Pay my bills. You didn't buy this car.
no, but you're wanting YouTube to pay your bills.
You didn't put the work into it. So back off. Okay? Now, everything on here works except for the backup lights and the horn. That's it. Oh, I need a relay switch for the turn signals. Whoop-de-doo, big deal. I have windows coming here. Actually, I'll be getting them tomorrow. This is a driver quality partial bumper.
Busted. Exactly.
Okay.
Brother.
And I'm getting another headlight bezel. I'm going to be getting license plate light. Let me back this up a little bit. A license plate light for it. And what the hell was the other thing?
Give me
There was something else. I can't remember.
I'm poking him.
But in any event, I cleaned that up myself. That looked worse than what's on here when I got it. Okay.
Oh my God, Rich.
I know what I'm doing. I know
Do you?
what to do. My problem is I've had defective tools. Okay. Not enough time to.
Like my buddy Buster Radio just said in the chat, tools don't make the mechanic. You don't need $40,000 Snap-on tools to do this shit. You don't need a badass paint booth to paint a car right and have it look decent. You just need the drive, the ability, and the knowledge. It's the only thing you need. The only fucking things you need. If you don't have the ability, the knowledge, or the drive, then you're not going to ever complete anything.
Work on something because I have a job. I don't have somebody else take care of me. I take care of me. Okay, this guy. Even though I'm not in the best of health.
Like I'm going to reiterate, Rich. Like I'm going to reiterate. Why don't your family want anything to do with you? You don't go around them on Thanksgiving, or they don't have you around on Thanksgiving. They don't have you around on Christmas. They don't keep in contact with you at all. The only time I've ever seen you with a family member is on Facebook, and that was in 2014. Sisters and brothers and siblings don't use, especially when they're the last ones left, don't usually cut their siblings out of their life because their siblings are such great people. Usually only do that when they're crappy people. When they've done something wrong to them, or they've countlessly lied, or this, that, and the other. So what's the story there, Rich? Why don't your family want anything to do with you? Why don't your own fucking brother, you guys live in the same state, literally probably an hour away from each other, why don't he want you around? What's the story there? Because, trust me, if Jeff goes live with him, I'll find out why.
That I'm not in the greatest of shape. I do it myself, okay? So, as I was saying, you three guys that are spreading hate, you're in the wrong organization, John, if you're going to sit there and talk crap about somebody, okay? People don't need that from you. That's what makes people stop.
John's continued to grow, and John's a good dude. John tried helping you out with your house, and you repeatedly fucking lied to his face, talking, blaming your ex-wife and shit. He was literally in this live stream trying to help you out. And instead of taking his advice, listening to him, you were making up lies about your ex-wife, how the house is still in her name, blah, 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 blah. When all he was trying to do was help you out, Rich. People don't like being lied to. People don't like them to be you to look them in their fucking face and lie to them. People are smart. You aren't smarter than everybody. In fact, you're the most stupidest motherfucker I've ever met on this planet.
Rebuilding things like this. Same with you, unfinished projects. Okay? Your little stunts and your little, short videos. I'm not clueless. I get what those are meaning. Okay? Cat diesel power. I wasn't born yesterday.
No, but you have the brain power like you were. Oh, really, Jimmy? Hell yeah. I hope he goes live with us because I'm going to find out why they don't have nothing to do with Rich. I'm getting ready to, this week, I'm going to reach out to his sister. I found his sister via his brother's Facebook. Found one of his sisters. I'm going to reach out there and send her all this shit on Rich.
Okay?
What he's done,
and the
what he
more
said.
Spreading of hate that you do,
What he said about her daughter.
the next person that has to put up with that garbage, or maybe the one after that, they're going to wind up leaving. They're not going to want to be part of the community. The community is no good if you got a couple of bad apples. Yeah. Making everybody believe that one person is horrible when it's really you.
You are horrible. You're a liar. You literally lied about your grandfather dying as a firefighter. You literally lied about him dying in the line of duty. And here's the proof again, Rich. You can't fucking say it's not true. It's right there in black and white. Right there. It's even highlighted for you. Firefighters were not among the fatalities in the Morningstar Paisley plant fire and explosion that occurred in Hawthorne, New Jersey on February 17th, 1967. You made up a lie about your grandfather dying in a line of duty to try to get donations. Just like you lied again when you brought it up here recently, so you could fucking say you were a fucking firefighter. So you could be like, look, I'm a good dude. These people are making up lies. I'm a good dude. I was a firefighter. My grandpa was one, so that's why I became one. Exactly, Busted. Exactly. So I'm gonna read that because I like that. We're gonna talk about that. So Busted says here. Let me go over to my OBS studios here. Busted said another thing that's aggravating. He tries to blame everything on his childhood. As an adult, you are the creator of your future, basically, right? That's totally fucking true. Just because, listen, I don't give a flying fuck what happens in your life. Look, you have choices that lead you down different paths. For instance, one of my best friends, we just don't talk no more. One of my best friends is an addict, a really bad addict. He's been one for years. I hung around him. Anytime he would want to smoke weed or dope, I would leave. I'm not going to be involved in that. I'm not going to be around that. That's a choice you make. Doing drugs is a choice you make. It's a choice. And it's a choice that affects your life. Running away from home, Rich, not listening to your parents. Those are all choices that affect your life. And if you keep making the bad choices as you grow up, you turn into a 56-year-old man that nobody wants anything to do with besides online. That's facts. Now, I must say this. Does that make anybody that does drugs bad people? No. He is a good dude. I love him. He's my brother. Just because we grew apart, I went this way, he went this way. I still have tons of love for him, and I wish him the best. Rich, stop blaming your childhood. Stop blaming your haters. It's nothing. You want to blame all of us for your fucking actions. You make the choices. You're just mad because you can't block these videos and keep people from seeing the nasty shit you say, or the racist shit you say, or the misleading shit you say. You're one big fucking contradiction, Rich. One big contradiction.
You that is making it horrible. You're making it horrible for them, and you're lying to everybody else. Trying to put up this front that you're such a goody two-shoes when you're a two-faced backstabber. Okay? Cut the crap. Leave people alone. If you've got nothing good to say, don't say anything. People have better things to do than put up with your garbage.
Look, Rich, nobody's making you watch anybody's shit that whether it be a auto salvage outlaw, whether it be Mr. Wilburn, whether it be anybody like that. Nobody makes you watch. Nobody makes you comment. Nobody makes you make videos about these people. Again, these are choices you're making. You have to live with your choices in life. Pull it up so I can read that. Let's see here. Rich had a great community surrounding him with all the damn support in the world. Up he pissed all of that away being a complete asshole to it. Yeah, exactly, Busted. Exactly, brother. He chose to smoke like a chimney, overeat, surround himself with garbage, act like he's a tough guy jerk on the internet, and in real life ask for advice and never takes it, and talks to children online. Exactly, Jimmy. Fucking exactly, brothers. You guys are fucking completely right on that one.
And that's all I got to say about the matter. Yeah. It does run. I put this together. It's not a frame-off restoration, but it was a project car anyway. The car has 61,344.1 miles on it. That's the odometer. The brake pedal and the gas pedal prove that as well. It has the original drums on it. All the engine components in here have tags on them. The fuel pump.
Okay. I want you guys to drop down in the comments right now, your guess. What do you guys think an all original shitty restoration 4-door 57 Chevy's worth? Here, let's do some quick Google searches. Let's see if we can find what one goes for. We got here $6,500. That one, but that one's got a 327 in it. Woo-wee. Race car. Let's see here. Let's find some. I accept. Let's see here. That's a two door. 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 That's two door. That's a wagon. Two door. Two door. Two door. Let's see here. Two door. Two door. Ooh, a two door convertible. 80 grand. That's beast. Two door. Wait. Wait. Here's one. Here's a beautiful show quality restoration one. Contact a buyer. But look at this compared to Rich's. Ooh, this ain't even a, this is a, I don't know what they call, is this a hard top or a coupe, you guys? They don't have a pillar. I always get them confused which one they are. But this one, ooh, and it's fuel injected. Now that is fucking badass for a four door. Look at that. There's that window sticker, huh? Fuel injected. Look at that. Now that's a Bel Air. That is totally different than Rich's pile of junk. Spotlight, power antenna. That thing's got some options, dude. Look at this thing. This thing is now. This is a nice Bel Air. Let's see here. I wonder if it's a factory fuel injected car. Let's see here. Oh, it's unrestored at that. Believed to be one of less than 10 1957 Chevys four doors produced with a factory fuel injected. That thing is beast. Column shifted, so three on the tree. Two-tone paint job. Let's see here. It's in Richland, Virginia. Virginia. Owned by the original purchaser for 60 plus years. That is worth some fucking money. Let's read what Busted said, shall we? The sad thing is, Tim Twisted Renegade are risking everything to stand by this clown. It's a guarantee that the minute that car runs, he will drop shit on them and take all the credit. Oh, exactly. See, but I'll say this again. I have no problems with Twisted. He came in here. We had our conversation. I wish him the best. I have no problems with him. He's never answered my question on I could support Rich, but I don't have any problems with him. Renegade, I don't like. Tim's another one. I don't have any problems with Tim. He's ran his mouth. That's fine. Like, but Renegade's the only one that I don't really care. Like, he's a fucktard. Oh, exactly, Jimmy, exactly. Everything Rich has done would have to be redone, and that costs some serious fucking money. That's not a cheap feat. Let's see here. Like if Rich had a two door, he would have something, even if it was just a base car. But it's a four door. It's not even that black four door I pulled up on you. It's not factory. It's not optioned. It's so it's got a V8. That's the only option it's got. Two door, two door, two door, Two-door. 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 Oh, here's a four-door. Look. Boom. That's all I wanted to prove. Rich, you act like you got something, Bubba. Look at this. $25,000, $26,000 gets you with this. A beautifully restored 57 Chevy Bel Air four-door. Look at this. Inline six car at that. $26,000. Look. Beautifully restored. Not your shitty restoration. Beautifully restored. That's what turquoise is supposed to look like, Rich. Look at this car. So that's what I'm saying. If this car's $26,000, then how much do you think Rich's shitty paint job and shitty restoration is worth? 10 at the max. Like, look at this. This is a beautiful fucking car. Look at door panels, Rich. Look at that. You're exactly, brother, exactly. Well, that's my point. Let's see here. Let's see if I can find the sticker price. Right there. 25,000. Basically $26,000. Gets you a beautifully restored 57 Chevy four-door. Like showroom quality restoration. So if a showroom quality car is going for 26, then what's Rich's shitty car that we've all seen the body work, the paint work, the interior work, the engine work, it's worth 10 at most, and I feel like I'm giving him some at 10. See here, let's see what Jimmy said. Let's see here. Jabba would say that car is worthless because it's probably painted with base clear and not Rust-Oleum. That's a good one, dude. Jabba could make that engine run. Jabba could make that engine not run. I guarantee you. Right, right, guys, right. See if I can find one more, and then we'll go back to the video. See here. These are all two doors. We want four doors. Nope. I gotta click on this. This has nothing to do with Rich. I just wanted to look at this. This thing looks beast. Look at that. That thing is badass. I love the purple. The purple with the gold accents. Yeah, that's a beautiful car. Hey, Rich, here's a real 57 Chevy. Look at that paint job, Rich. Do you see any orange peel? Does it look like fucking undercoating? No, you can see the dude's reflection in it. Look at that. Wow. That's a beautiful fucking car. Ooh, whoa. Look at that. Woo. Is that all of them? Here's another one. This one's 36. Let's see what it's about. But see what makes a difference on 57 Chevys and prices? I know it's because I watched, I don't know how many of you guys watched Misfits Garage when it was on Discovery, but let's do this. See if I can get a good side. See, there's no pillar here. That pillar makes a big difference in price. There's a pillar here. If it's all open like that, these ones that are open are rare, whether it's a two door or a four door. So that's why it's so much because it's a hardtop or a coupe. I can't remember. It doesn't say. It's either a coupe or Sam, man. That was a beautiful car. All right, let's get back to Rich's video. I could stand here and look at this shit for hours.
Has a tag on it. The carburetor has a tag on it. The radiator has a tag on it, okay? The generator has a tag on it. The starter has a tag on it. The intake manifold has a tag on it. The exhaust manifold.
Wow, so you have a fucking factory 283, no other options. So I feel like I'm giving you some at 10 grand, but I'll give you 10 grand is what that car's worth. Exactly. That's what I thought, Bus. That's what I thought. See, I remember hearing that on a Fired Up Garage. Or was it Misfits Garage? Spinoff from Gas Monkey. They did a two-door version of that, and he said the two doors without a pillar are super rare, I guess.
Manifolds have a number stamped in them. The bend tabs are still on the bolts for the exhaust manifolds. Okay? Yeah. This is a numbers match car.
What the fuck does that have to do with the price of tea in China? What the fuck does a factory original, shitty paint, shitty bodywork, shitty metal replacement, shitty engine work have to do with it being numbers matching? The work you've done affects the price, Rich, drastically. Everything you've done to get that car right has to be redone. And like it or not, there's nobody in this fucking world that would take that, would know what you've done with that car, and put that kind of money that it would take to bring that car back to life like it should have been now that you've touched it. The quarters will have to be cut off. The rockers will have to be cut off. There's holes in the trunk. There's holes in the floor. The engine alone's gonna cost you fucking a couple grand to rebuild. Then you're gonna have to do it with that cast iron transmission because it's fucking junk. You're not gonna hit no highways with it. 30 mile an hour is probably your best fucking speed with that. So that has to be another way. So there's a couple $100 for a transmission. And at that point, you might as well throw that original engine that's a fucking turd out the door and just upgrade the whole powertrain. Then you got brakes, you got suspension, you got fuel line, you got all your pop riveted bullshit sheet metal. You have all the work you've done has to be redone. You're talking at least at least 10 more thousand. And I feel like that's cheap. That's probably a lot cheap. At least I'm gonna say 10, 15 grand worth of shit that we have to fix that you've just done.
It may have been a project car, but I'm bringing it back alive. And I have brought it back to life.
Let's plainly state this is 2 years ago.
In any event, I'm not going to get my blood pressure raised over these three fools. I've done what I set out to do.
Value?
She does run. She's not perfect. I'm going to do some upgrades as I go along. And for all you guys that support me, thumbs up to you. Thank you very much for the positive influence.
Busted, what happened to was it you gonna buy that Delta 88 from him? What was the story behind that? Because like I know he came on and said you were gonna buy it and then you supposedly backed out or some shit. Oh bro, he watches every fucking live I do.
And for all the naysayers, see ya. Because if you bother me, I'm blocking you.
Mm-hmm.
Like and subscribe, folks.
Don't be a bitch like Rich. That rhymed. Y'all want to see this funny ass shit? Check this out. So this was yesterday. Who the fuck is Captain? This is gonna be great. I love this shit. You ready?
Well, we have Austin here that likes to make fun of my car work and everything else. And so does Jeff, and so does Jack. But you know what? I don't need 20,000 shit cars. I can make one look decent.
Okay. How are you gonna have 26 fucking cars, or even more than 2 cars? One for one, you say you're going for disability. For two, you live in subsidized housing where you can only have 2 cars. Um, yeah, you had multiple cars. It's like your wife. You couldn't keep your house, couldn't keep her, and you couldn't keep the cars. You had to go back on your property and steal this car after the closing off the property.
And it's never going to be perfect. I'm aware of that. But you know what? I can honestly say it's my car.
Right?
There's no lost title. The keys are not lost.
The good news is once I put my voice on it, I'm doing reviews. There's nothing they can do about it. Those copyright shit only works if I just post the video without context. If I just post his, and it would have to be something like Family Guy. Like if you Google Family Guy, and there's guys that post Family Guy videos and American Dad, things like that. No voiceovers, no nothing, just that video. That's a copyright issue because you're using copyrighted material without speaking over it, giving your opinion, your 2 cents, reviewing it, commentary on it. Oh, I bet, brother. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. Y'all see what Buster just said? What kind of man makes a deal with another man, Rich, and then backs out of the fucking deal? You made a deal with Buster on all the cars, then you back out into 57 Chevy. You made the deal. Did your dad not teach you that when you make a deal, you honor your deal? Does it matter? Here's a true example of this. True fucking example. The Corvette, my blue Corvette. I hadn't drove it since the day that the accident happened. I drove it home. I parked. I couldn't look at it. It broke my heart. My neighbor down the road wanted to buy it because I had no marketplace. He's younger than me. I think he's 20 or something. He's younger than me, young kid. And I hadn't drove it. And I started up, take kid for a ride. I fucking broke the tires coming out of here and instantly didn't want to sell it. I instantly had regret. I didn't want to sell it. But Rich, I didn't back out of the deal. I didn't say, oh no, I drove it now. I don't want to sell it. I made the deal with the kid. The kid was wanting the car. Let somebody else have the enjoyment up from it. I can always get another Corvette. It's not like it's not attainable. Like, you made a deal with Busted. You should have honored your deal. But you're not a man, so you don't do that. Only men honor their deals. Only men honor their word. Oh, exactly. And after closing, you had to go up on the fuck property and steal his 57 Chevy back. Because everybody knows how closings work, and the shit left behind after that.
The engine cranks. It don't start yet because it needs a fuel pump put on. But because of the fittings on the bottom of the pump that are scraping up against the lower control arm.
Rich, you can change the fuel pump all you want. That's not going to fix your fucking problem. And even if it does, it's going to have so much fucking blow by that it's going to be unfucking real. It's going to run like absolute dog shit and you'll never get it fixed. Facts. Oh, I bet, Busted. I bet. It's just sad. He's killing cars.
Can't get it to fit. But, guys think that I don't know what I'm doing.
Like, and seriously, and this is another thing. He sent that Oldsmobile to a scrapyard. Look, he could have sold that to somebody that sells parts like me, which I didn't want it. But somebody like that's in the business I'm in, there was a fucking couple grand worth of parts there. Them bucket seats in that console have to be worth a couple $100, if not more. And you factor in the engine, the transmission, the rear end. whatever sheet metal you could sell off of it, whatever glass you could sell. There's a couple grand worth of parts on that car, and he let it go for $200 because he had months that he could have been parting that car out and then just sent the shell to the junkyard. But no, he's too fat, lazy, and stupid to do that.
Sure looks like it does to me. Needs a little work, but it's not that bad, and it's a lot more presentable than when I got it.
Never mind that you're the reason why the pistons broke, Rich. Never mind that it looks like you took undercoating, sprayed the whole car in undercoating, and then tried to spray blue paint over the undercoating. All right, Walter the vendor stole it. I forgot about that. Busted. If I would buy the car now, it would be on YouTube would clear this by November at the Freedom Factory. Oh, I bet, dude. I mean, simple shit, and he can't get it done. He's incompetent. He is fucking truly incompetent. But all right, you guys, I'm off here. I want to go work on the charger. I got a date later, so I'll get some work done before then. Been on here for about, I think, an hour, a little over an hour. I'll see you guys in the next one. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. Check out the main channel, Poor Man Speed Shop. You guys rock. Check out everybody that's in the channel description. Everybody's in the chat right now. All great guys. See you guys in the next one. Bye bye.